Okay, let's see about repairing this rattly tube. So the battery inside is a little bit loose. I want to crack it open and make sure everything's okay and everything's squared away. So I'll walk you through that process. The first step will be to get out your T8 Torx bit and take off the two security screws on the ends. Okay, now this end is where we're going to start the pinching process. You can't do it from the other end because it's obstructed, and I'll show you that when we're putting it back together. But that just sort of pops out like that pretty easily. And then down on this end, you've got two screws. On the power end, you've got 6 screws. Don't touch these. That's all part of the assembly. Leave those all together. That'll protect all your wiring and all that stuff. There's a Wi-Fi cable on that end that can get mangled pretty easily, and the best way to protect it is to just leave that all hooked together. So now we have to switch over to our Phillips bit and take out these two screws that attach the end cap to the assembly. Okay, once those screws are out, this piece just kind of pops off, nothing to it, plastic. And now the whole thing should slide out pretty easily. If it doesn't slide like that easily, just like finger pressure, then probably the assembly is knocked out of the housing or something like that. But don't force it. Figure out what the problem is, but forcing it is not gonna really help. Just trying to get you a view here. So everything's pretty good. Wi-Fi cable is here. That's what I'm talking about. Very easy to damage that. This is our power cable. It's in good shape. It's still got its retaining clip intact, but the battery just kind of wiggles a little bit, so it's probably been dropped, and so there's a little bit of a gap here. So I'm gonna pull this off, and I'm going to take the battery and snug it up against the other bushing, and then take this one and sort of park it in there so that it is nice and snug. And then make sure that this gets pushed down as well as it can be. Okay, and then from there we can just slide ourselves right back together. Okay, now I've got the other end fully seated. Now we put our end cap back on. Got our holes lined up. Go back in with our Phillips screwdriver and put our Phillips screws back in. Same there. And then we'll put our Torque screws back in. And then we'll put our front cover back on. Okay. Quick power up test, make sure we're all good. Looks like we're good. And now we have to put our cover back on. And this part has to be done a certain way, because here on the power end, you'll notice that this tab is a little bit wider and it covers up the track, whereas on the other side it's wide open. So for this one, you have to slot the plastic in and slot that up to the end first, and then this whole side just sort of falls into the track, and the other side's fully out, but you can just start pinching it and it will find its way into its home. There we go. Okay, so that one is all done. One more power on test. That's it.